This is Angel Baby. This is probably one of my favorite like doo-wop songs that I've ever like played or like came up with an arrangement with or for. This song is very important to me because like it's so pure and so beautiful. And anytime I hear this song, most of the time I should say, is I think about my wife. Like this seems like a song that she would, sing to me. And so, I wanted to learn this song so that I'd be able to play it for her. And I have like a few times. But this song is also really hard if you want to sing it accurately and you're a guy. But anyway, it's still a really cool song. And I'm here to show you the guitar part today. Upon request, actually, because somebody wanted to learn it, and like I think there were like one or two people. So I wanted to explain this song and how I approach it and how I arranged it for one person, and that being with the bass parts and the chords and all that kind of stuff, and doing it in a way where like I'm, just doing it how I think about it. So this intro, it starts off with like a folk F shape, if you will. And if you don't know what that is, that's okay. Just look at my fingers where I'm playing like an F major chord shape up here, up at the 9th, between the 9th and the 11th. And then I'm wrapping my thumb around here. Now you don't have to worry about that too much right now, but later, that's when it will make a little bit more sense. So we have this little arpeggiation here where we're just playing the notes from lowest to highest, and then bringing that whole shape down a half step. And once we do that, we're going to think, we're going to visualize like we still have this kind of shape, but we're going to bring it down all the way to G. And this would be our G chord here. And we're going to walk it up, starting from the 5th fret on the 3rd string. Whole step up, half step. And that's when we're going to be starting this arpeggio again. And once we get to this point, that's where we're going to find our color tone, where we're going to be like coming up with our pinky here on the 11th fret, and then releasing that to the 8th fret. And then quickly moving down into like an A minor chord here. And this A minor shape, it's being one of the root shapes. You'll hear it like called that. We're basically going to be fretting that from our ring finger on the 7th fret of string 4, and then barring with our pointer finger on the 5th fret of string 1, 2, and 3. You've probably seen that a lot. But anyway, we've got this. And then coming back. And then color tone there, with that pinky being up on the 7th fret and releasing to the 5th. Then we're going to take this whole shape, this whole minor shape, and bring it up to the 12th fret, between the 12th fret and the 10th fret. So I'm taking on this C chord, moving it down to this G chord. I'm going to be walking up the bass notes in whole steps. And then as soon as I get up to this point, I'm going to add a color tone here. And then move it down to our A minor chord here. And then move it all the way up to this D minor shape here. And then end it on this G7 shape. And then I'm going to walk it down here so I can get this kind of pattern. Or you can go like this if you have the thumb dexterity and go into that F shape again. So that would be, and we're just arpeggiating. I find in this moment, like I generally like to play it more in a closed off shape like this, just so that I can get those bass notes a little bit more accurately. But the other thing besides this would be your chord pattern for this intro and then going into the verse a little bit. Hope you've been having fun so far. One pattern that I like to do that it's kind of different than the actual recording is like going where that's more of like a bass walk up and then kind of going between the bass walk up and playing an open kind of string six. And it works really well. I really like playing it this way, and with those two patterns you can get a lot of work done. What I like to do in the next video is actually like go into the solo, where the arrangement I get to do is like pretty fun, and it doesn't have the same power as a saxophone, but I think that if you wanted to play it by yourself wherever, it is really beautiful. This song is awesome, totally beautiful. Even I think I read somewhere John Lennon said something about this song being like the purest song ever. And I think that he's probably correct with recorded music. It's really hard to think about another song being as beautiful and as purely sung as Rosie and the Originals do it. But anyway, thank you so much. Hope this helped you and it blessed you. God bless you, and Lord willing, I'll see you in the next lesson. That's distorted. So let me figure out how...